Welcome to the Meltdown. JJ Lieberman here. I'm here with two guys. This is the first time we're doing, I guess we call this a round table.
Yeah.
Alex, I got to introduce you guys first. Alex Pavone, who's been on here before, but we lost footage. And Danny Polishchuk. And welcome.
Hello.
How was your guys' weekend?
It's good.
Good.
It's good. Yeah, had some good times. Just did some shows. Went to the Raptors game actually on Saturday night.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's pretty cool because
Jazz.
where did you sit? Courtside?
Courtside? No, not exactly. Me and another comic bought tickets for $15, and then we moved down to like
Really?
7 platinums.
You know, I was actually curious about talking about that. I don't know how, but now you brought it up. I mean, what a bad product I think that is.
What?
Like Raptor Basketball? Like, I don't know.
It's not. It's like a really entertaining like pickup team. You know, like they're good. They're a middle of the road team. You know, they're
their power rankings. I just saw on ESPN.
They're like an 18th.
But no, they're 24th. According to ESPN power rankings.
But they use all like
24th.
the advanced metrics and stuff.
Yes, based on the record, who they played,
and all the stuff.
But the problem is, like, you look at something like that, and I know you're a big basketball fan too. But shouldn't you kind of tank the season if Wiggins is available?
Yes.
Like, isn't that a big thing?
But you can't.
Absolutely.
How do you?
Sure,
like,
you can.
How do you
can
tank the
absolutely
season
tank the
with
season.
that roster?
You start cutting people. You start getting rid of people.
It doesn't work that way. You're not like Rudy Gay. You're cut.
No, get rid of them. Not cut, but get rid of them. Trade them.
It's not easy to trade Rudy Gay. He makes $17 million a year.
You
have to in the NBA.
Listen,
you have to take back.
It's
90%.
not easy for you because you're not a general manager. These guys know what they're doing.
But there's not that many players that
they can definitely do it.
You have to get somebody.
You can't off the top of your dome tell me, we can't trade Rudy Gay.
No, I'm not
guys
saying,
know that
no.
Rudy Gay is valuable. He's a valuable
Rudy Gay is
player.
valuable, but you have to get the only way you're going to trade Rudy Gay if someone has a player who makes within 90% of what he makes approximately.
How much does Steve Nash make?
I think Steve Nash makes $12 million.
There you go.
Okay, so we could trade Steve Nash, but the Lakers really want Rudy Gay. Why wouldn't the Lakers try and tank?
First of all,
for Andrew Wiggins?
I will never do one-on-ones anymore because I can just watch. This is gonna keep on going.
Anyways,
but here's the problem though. Even if you tank the season, you lose, right? Where Jazz are 0-7 or something right now. Even if they
Wiggins cannot go to the Jazz. That is.
But that's
what I'm saying.
Even if you have the number one, not the lottery, but you only get 25.
Cleveland with Anthony Bennett, they weren't the worst team in the league.
Right, because you only have a 25% chance if you have the worst record. Yeah, it's only 10.
I think it's better than 25. They say it's 25%, but I feel
it
like
is,
you have 25%.
That's what they say.
Do you think they fix it?
Perhaps.
I don't know. That's like there's another comic who's like Eddie De La Sepe or whatever who thinks like it's the fix is in and like the Raptors are just gonna get it. But like Andrew Wiggins is way more valuable, even though as much as it's because he's from Toronto and to play for the Raptors, he's more valuable in Boston. He's more valuable in the Lakers.
How about this other guy? I was reading this other article. I'm not a huge basketball fan. I just loved reading ESPN. This guy for Duke.
Jabari Parker.
Yeah.
They played him.
Jabari Parker is like
they play tomorrow.
He's legit.
Duke against
Kansas plays Duke tomorrow.
But Parker's a small guy though, right?
No, he's 6'8".
But I mean, they're not small guy. He doesn't have big ups or something.
No, he's not as athletic as.
He's not as but he is like legit right now the number 2 prospect.
Yeah. He could pass.
It changes. It often changes. Like lots of number 1 picks are not number 1 picks.
Well, this is an exception though.
LeBron is like LeBron was a hands down.
LeBron, there's an article also I was seeing about LeBron compared to Wiggins. You can't compare this. LeBron was NBA ready junior year of high school. Yeah. Junior year, he would have been rookie of the he was that good.
I was talking because if he went and played at Ohio State for that one season. Because people are trying to compare him to Wiggins. I'm like, he would have averaged 40 points.
No, now you're just being insane. He wouldn't average 40 points.
He would have had more of an impact than
points.
I remember. It was 2003 or 2004. Melo at Syracuse.
What did he average that year? Like 20?
It doesn't matter. They won because of him. I mean, they had a good team.
They had an NBA player, like an NBA star on their college basketball team.
It's so funny. I didn't even want to talk about this stuff. But anyways, it's good. It's good how it goes. But no, that's. I don't know if I think you almost have to finish in the bottom 10 though to have a chance.
You got to finish in the bottom 5 to have a chance.
Really?
Yeah. At Wiggins, that's the thing. Is so what happens to get Andrew Wiggins to have a shot? You trade Kyle Lowry. You trade Rudy Gay.
Yeah.
Basically, the only player you really keep is Jonas Valanciunas.
But here's the problem.
Maybe Amir Johnson.
No, you definitely keep him.
You trade DeRozan.
But if you can,
you
don't gotta.
But if you can get Wiggins, then you have guys like you want Gay, right?
No. You don't want Gay. If you get Wiggins, you completely gut and build around him for the future.
That could
start over.
You don't really need to start over. All you need to do is get rid of your wings.
You'll have Jonas.
Okay, so DeRozan, get him out of there, and Gay get him out of there, and that's it.
You have to get rid of Gay, DeRozan, Lowry. Take back only expiring contracts.
And you're just getting draft picks for that?
But nobody... Here's the thing, is that say you can work out a trade. Some team has like a trade exception, which in the NBA is basically you get these trade exceptions. Like we got one for Chris Bosh when we got rid of him. So literally it's like you can trade away a player and a team will have this $20 million trade exception. So you don't have to give them anybody back. You just use your trade exception as far as I understand it. And you can literally just take on a player with a huge contract and give back nothing.
But now in the NBA, it's different though. The NBA, I'm going to say something in the NHL, but it's completely different because majority of guys are on the court. Your stars are on the court.
Absolutely.
For the majority. I was going to say the Edmonton Oilers situation though, and that's different where they've got 4 studs, 4 young kids, and they can't win. They can't win because their problem is they don't have a goalie.
Or D.
Yeah, right, yeah. So
there's only so much offense.
But the problem with the NBA and why it makes it even more difficult to get Wiggins is say you get a team that is going to be garbage this year, right?
Yeah.
One, why would they want any of these guys? Right? How do you incentivize them to take on a guy who has 1 year left on his contract and makes $18 million and is going to do nothing for your team other than take away your draft picks? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, who's going to give us... But the only thing, too, is that when they trade you picks, they're always protected against, like, top 2, top 3 picks.
Right.
Right? So they're like, you can have this pick if they're not in the top 3. Nobody's going to give the Raptors a pick that could potentially be first overall.
Yeah, but you can still get good player.
Not.
You can still get
You can get a good player, but the point of this is to get Andrew Wiggins. Right. It's not to get...
Well, the draft is deep this year. I think you get anybody in the top 5
I know, but you're saying
picks.
You would blow up the team for the 4th overall pick.
But see, the thing is, though,
Wiggins... I would. Because the team isn't good. Look at the culture of the team is not good. We're an average, middle-of-the-road team. Our best player is Rudy Gay. He's doesn't know how to shoot a basketball, which is horrible because you're a basketball player. He's an idiot. Honestly, Rudy Gay he's an idiot. He doesn't know his game. This is what, 7th year in the league? He's still taking stupid shots.
He actually pretty much almost gets worse every year.
He's
his field goal
terrible.
percentage, if you look at it.
DeRozan, I would keep.
His 2nd year in the league, he was like a 50% field goal shooter, and he's declined.
Whatever. DeRozan, I would keep. For sure. Jonas, Amir, everyone else.
Just got the team.
And Hansborough, keep him too because he's tough.
I like.
You need guys like that.
Yeah, well, and he's probably a good clubhouse guy too. Good.
And he's not doing you're not winning games.
No, but he's good to have that. But speaking of like culture, you said, I just had some passion spray.
Passion. I've never heard that before.
Oh really? Yeah, always because I spit so much when I talk. But clubhouse culture, this whole thing that's going down in the NFL with Richie Incognito, this is crazy. Incognito, Jonathan.
I don't even know what to think about it. Like, there's so many conflicting. Did you see they were? Because you know how he said, "Can we swear on this?" Okay, so you know how he said...
just don't be dropping the N-bomb.
Yeah.
You fucking...
You guys laughed way too hard at that. You looked each other in the eye. Don't look at me in the eye like that. That's crazy.
He just turned as red as his shirt.
No, that's because I took Benadryl earlier.
But
no, I find it funny.
If anybody's going to be dropping that bomb as you, I'll jazz up on Benadryl.
If anyone's not, it's going to be me. So.
This is great. This is great. 3 white guys contemplating who's going to do it. It's like none of us. None of us.
We're just taking odds on who's lower.
I would never, but this.
So did you see? Because you know how
I watched a Jake Glazer interview yesterday.
But so did you see how Incognito was like? He's like Martin sent him the text saying, "I'm going to kill your fucking family."
Yeah.
Okay. Did you see what the? Because then
Martin's send that text.
No. Okay. So Martin did send that text, and then his agent was like, "I'd just like to put this in perspective." So his agent released the text, and it was a meme of this woman and her dog is smiling ear to ear, and it says, "I'm gonna kill your whole fucking family."
Oh, okay.
Right? It wasn't like he texted, "I'm gonna kill your whole fucking family." He sent him this meme from the internet.
So he's creative.
But it was like, it wasn't. I don't even know that it was his meme, but he could, like, it was so out of context because Incognito was like, yeah, he sent me this text saying, and I thought it was like, you received a text, hey, I'm gonna kill your whole fucking family. When it's a meme, and like at any point you get a meme, no matter what it says.
Here's the problem. Obviously, it's not acceptable to be, saying certain things. But with that being said, I don't know a relationship because you're Italian, right?
Yeah.
You're Jew, right? Mm-hmm. You guys are very close. I don't know if you guys have a relationship, but I've seen it before where someone's saying like you're a wop, like it happens.
Yeah.
It does happen. Not saying it's right, but we don't know what's going on and we don't know the relationship. But with that being said, I was watching the Jay Glazer interview. It was yesterday on Fox. They do the pregame, and then afterwards he showed from Incognito's phone. That Jonathan Martin said, things are great, buddy. It's just...
Yeah, apparently it's his lawyer.
Yeah.
Apparently his lawyer is doing all... because apparently Jonathan Martin, exactly, is like... Jonathan Martin's like, I don't know where all this came from. And then essentially, I think he just crumbled, left, and he's just like trying to get like some money out of it. And like his lawyer is just acting on his behalf.
The problem is, obviously what... Richie's doing is wrong. Like I call him Richie.
Well, he's a bit of a lunatic.
Yeah, he's had incidents before where he's doing is wrong. The one person who's sitting back and enjoying this is probably Riley Cooper, who had that incident this summer at the Kenny Chesney concert. He's probably just like, let this go because nobody's even talking about Riley Cooper.
Having a pretty good
game. He had a great game yesterday.
Yeah, well, obviously the heat's off of him. So
he's off.
You scored 2 touchdowns.
He said, I've never had easier routes to run in my life. That's what he said. But it's fine because it goes back to like what's acceptable. Like, and it's hard for everyone to say because most people are used to like their work environment and nobody in a real work environment could have that relationship because there's HR. But I've been in a clubhouse. I was in professional sports for a few years. I've seen how these guys talk, how these guys act, and they don't give a shit.
Oh, athletes are scumbags. Professional athletes, honestly,
I would say scumbags.
Man, I had a friend who played in the OHL or whatever. He told me like when he was a rookie in the OHL, he'd be showering after a game, and some like senior player would just come up to him and just throw shit at him.
Yeah, I mean that's gross.
But yeah, it is what it.
But he said he was normal.
But see,
I don't know about that.
Odd behavior.
No,
I don't know about that.
These guys are different athletes compared to any other sport, I think, because this is one of the.
Well, they take the most head trauma,
and they're the biggest. I think pound for pound, or even they're just in size. These guys are all.
Oh, they're for sure
6'7", 6'8". Every offensive lineman's 300 pounds. These guys all look like they juice and they don't juice. Yeah. That's how crazy and how aggressive this league is.
Yeah, like when you look at stats of NFL, like, fullbacks, and, like, these guys are 6'1", but they're, like, 265. Right. Or, like, that they're, like, 8% body fat or whatever, 10%. And you're like, but that's nuts.
The thing with the NFL is, the thing with the NFL that's different is,
it's not necessary.
Well, I don't know how else to get you to fucking stop yipping, so I gotta fucking grab something. The thing with the NFL is they're always together. Whether it's film, whether they practice.
Yeah.
Together.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not like the NBA and the NHL where 2 hours of practice, you're done. It's film is so crazy in the NFL because they got to study for the week and stuff like that. So they're always together.
And they do the offensive lineman dinners together. They travel with their roommates together.
And that's like.
They have their own. It's the only sport that really. I mean, hockey has it, but they have their own. There's coaches. There's defensive back coaches, and there's a cornerback coach, and then there's offensive line coaches. Yeah,
you need to keep your sanity by picking on other people. You know what I mean? You don't know, but
you got to keep it loose.
But you can't be going all nuts like Incognito. Yeah, that's too much. I think.
And I feel like they so easily. I feel like it was just more. I guess closer to hazing than bullying. I feel like bullying. How do you bully a dude who's 300 pounds?
Well, that's the whole sport. You bully each other.
I know, but you know what I mean? How people are saying it's an epidemic of bullying. I'm like, how can you even say bullying when you're that huge of a man?
But my thing is, how come all these other guys are backing up Incognito?
That's black and white. It's black and white who are saying Richie's a good dude. And I think it's these situations where if people do come speak out and they're saying, like they all say, none of it condone. But even that saying, I was watching, ESPN, the NFL Game Day, whatever it is, with guys like Chris Carter, Tom Jackson, all these guys who played in the NFL, and they said he's a racist. He's, that's straight up racist. They said it never happened in the locker room when they were like words like that. So I don't know. It depends whose take you're gonna take on it. So
that's the thing is like to play in the NFL and be an openly white racist person seems like a death sentence.
Yeah, right.
Like, why would you ever like if you are actually racist? I would never let anybody know that. Like you're gonna get killed.
But then that doesn't really necessarily make you a racist at that point. Like,
no, but that's what I'm saying.
If people don't know you're racist, then
that's the one thing.
I think you can be racist without making it known that you're a racist.
But going back to Riley Cooper, that's the one thing. That was the one thing people were worried about. People were going to go after Riley Cooper, right? Mm-hmm. And even his teammates, they fought in spring ball, before the season. Yeah. But with that being said, that could happen all the time when a wide receiver is going up against a corner. You see it all the time where guys just fight and sprint. And
I know, but it's like I think it's different when you're a wide receiver. You're less likely to get smashed versus like a lineman or
defensive linemen just go. If you're an offensive lineman, they just go right down for your legs, exactly. And you can do that,
and your career's done.
Yeah,
it's like that easy.
You can absolutely do that.
Literally every game, someone's career is ended.
I don't know. It's crazy. It's just the whole NFL. The other thing we were talking about, Rolando McClain. He just last week he quit. He quit. He's a young guy, 2 years in the league. I think it is.
No, he's been a couple years. Or a few years.
But yeah, and he just said, I'm having Aaron Hernandez like symptoms, and says I feel like I need to kill a man. Like what? Like that's
nuts.
That's crazy.
At least he was cognizant enough to realize that in advance. I mean, dude, these guys like get hit in the head for a living. Like it's not that insane for you. Like that changes your brain chemistry.
Yeah.
When you get hit in the head, since you're like these guys, what do you start?
Pop Warner, Pop Warner
like
football.
When your brain is forming is when you're putting it under so much trauma. Like, yeah, of course you're going to have problems.
I don't think it started that early, like 7, 8. Like, I don't think they're...
Man, those kids get tackled when they're 7.
Yeah, they're kids. They're
but it's like high school and shit like
that. High school's when you're getting hit really hard. And stuff, for sure.
And especially in high school when people are really maturing much differently, too.
Yeah. Dude, like, you get a concussion when you're 10 years old. Like, that's going to be with you forever. Like, that's not something that just goes away.
That's some crazy stuff. I mean, wow, this actually just flew by, guys. You guys want to plug your Twitter? I don't know when this is going to come out, but I still, we keep it maybe next week. But definitely your Twitter is going to be the same.
The Twitter will not change.
But
Mr. Alex Pavone. Yeah.
Mr. Alex Pavone and
at Danny Jokes.
Anything else you guys want to plug?
No, I got nothing.
No,
I don't know when this is going to be.
Me and Alex actually had a side bet that I'm regretting a little bit right now, but.
Yeah,
he bet that the Pacers. We bet $100. He took the Pacers to finish first in the East, and I took the Heat.
Yeah,
and it's not looking good. So I'm hoping they finish 2-3.
7 games. Oh right, yeah. So you just
if neither of them is a chop. But
so you guys.
But I mean, he's looking good right now.
But that's great. You know what?
I already know it's
anyone who watches us now, you can follow the NBA just knowing who's gonna win, Danny or Alex.
Yeah, exactly.
There's $100 going.
Oh well, he's never. That's the thing is it's not just as simple as me giving him $100. There's gonna be a lot of shit talk involved.
Yeah, that's good. Well, hey, you know what?
Nothing racial.
Nothing racial. But
keep your wallets.
That's very very hard.
It's interesting that the W bomb. Got dropped.
Yeah.
Well, I actually said, and I just cut it off halfway. I was more comfortable.
For you at home, he was going to say kike. And then,
but I was just worried that my mom would be watching this. Anyways,
your
guys.
Mom watches this?
No.
Hi, Miss Lieberman.
It's another name. She's been married 3 times.
Okay. Hey, whatever it is. JJ's mom.
Yeah, okay. But appreciate you guys tuning in. And this is great. I mean, appreciate you guys coming in. It was actually really fun. And so see you next time.
All right.